Florians, how are you doing today? It is Tuesday, March 9th, 2021. I was almost going to say Wednesday, but tomorrow's Wednesday. Wish thinking here. Anyways, I hope you are all doing all right. I am here and doing all right myself, and still have a bit of a headache from that has been lingering since I got my vaccine on Saturday, but that it seems to be tapering off, and I'm just going with the flow. But today is one of those days where, like, you think you don't have anything to talk about, but you can actually find stuff to talk about. Today is going to be a day that I am going to answer some questions. I have absolutely no progress to show you. Last night after I filmed, I sat down on the couch and I did diddly squat. I did absolutely nothing. I did nothing at all whatsoever, and then I went to bed at 9:30. I was pooped. I was tired, and it was just one of those days. So I don't regret any of it. So I'm perfectly happy with that. And today is just going to be a day where I answer some questions. I did want to show, and I don't know how well it's actually going to show up, but if you follow me on Instagram I am at ginger.gerald.stitcher. You can find all that information in my intro. But as I was looking at my Easter cactus, you can tell it's an Easter cactus instead of a Christmas or Thanksgiving cactus because the Easter cacti have an extremely smooth, round leaf. They look almost the same, but the Easter cactus is a smooth leaf, whereas the Christmas and the Thanksgiving cactus have a jagged leaf, more of a punctuated leaf. But as I was looking at my Easter/Thanksgiving cactus, I noticed last night that, and it's going to be kind of hard to see, and I don't know how well, where can we, if you look down in there to the left over here of, it's going to be right in here, of the mushroom, it's growing a leaf that doesn't match. And I took a picture of it and I put it on Instagram, and you can see it really well on Instagram. There we go. There you can kind of see it. I did some research online last night. Apparently it has happened before with Easter cacti, but there's really no rhyme or reason as far as I can tell from my limited amount of research that I have done. But this one it's more of a cylindrical, hairy, or spiny leaf, or whatever you want to call this, compared to the very smooth, flat leaves of the Easter cactus. So I thought that was really neat to see. I'll be curious to watch that and see what happens with it and what progresses from that. I'll be curious to see if it continues to grow in that type of style. Will that one then produce regular kinds of leaves? I don't know. I'm just using leaf loosely. It's interesting. But I also did some research of my own about the blooming of the Easter cacti. It's my guess from this is that my home does not get cold enough. It definitely has enough change of light for it to bloom, but it does seem like it does not get cold enough. The house temperature pretty much stays the same throughout the year, but the Easter cactus definitely has to have a period of extreme, I don't want to say extreme cold, but much colder than what I would be willing to allow my house to get for a period of a month or so. And prior to this year, I haven't really been able to put my plants out on the porch because of the squirrels. So we'll see if this fall, whenever it starts to cool down, if I can get this to bloom. It won't bloom in the fall, but you have to have a period of cooling down in the fall before frost, and then bring it into the home, and then it should produce blooms in the spring. That's my limited a little bit of research last night during my tiredness that I could figure out. If any of you have any other further information, that'd be greatly appreciated. So that was my Easter cactus information from last night to today. I'll fix that up later. All right. So the other question that I wanted to touch on, this is the only other thing I wanted to talk about today, is the fact that I get a lot of questions in my intro section. Lately I've been getting a lot of questions on the finished piece of the squirrel in the tree. What pattern is the squirrel in the tree? No one can seem to find it. It is a Renato Parolin pattern that, as far as I can tell, is only in this book. As far as I can tell, it's only in this book called The Best of Renato Parolin. I bought this book on Amazon a number of years ago, at least 3 years ago. And here is the pattern that I believe everyone is talking about. So it is the fall. I think this is fall. There's 4 patterns. There's fall, oh, that might be winter, actually. No, that's not winter. That's got to be fall. There's spring, which has the bunnies. The squirrel might be summer, actually. Yeah, the squirrel is summer. Summer. I don't read or speak French or Italian, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what they say. Anyways, this is fall or autumn. Has the owls. And winter or hiver has a bird. Now, I stitched all 4 of these, gave them to my mom as gifts. I put them on tea towels. Charles Craft tea towels that I bought at Joann's and Hobby Lobby. And so they are out of the Best of Renato Parolin. This book is not easily available in the United States. I bought it on Amazon, but it was shipped from the United Kingdom. So it took a while for it to come to me. I also had to pay shipping. It wasn't Amazon Prime shipping. This book is also the same book that I recently stitched out of for the owls that I stitched. So, great book. I highly recommend it if you're interested in these kinds of patterns. This is one of my Renato Parolin books. I also recently talked about a new book that this winter. I think I've ordered it in January. Venice. Again, this one I ordered on Amazon, or not Amazon, eBay. Again, this book is not easily available in the United States either. This one I ordered on Amazon. This one came from France. And this is the one that I stitched right here. But where is... Nope, is that it? Uno momento. Oh, I actually have it bookmarked. This is the one where I stitched the bookmark out of. With the gas lamp and the... That's actually not the bookmark I stitched. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's the bookmark I stitched. It just looks different from looking at it from a different perspective. So again, Renato Parolin. This is Venice. Again, these are all written in French/Italian. I think they're French. So unless you can read French fluently, you can easily follow the patterns for the cross stitch. But you can easily follow the patterns for the cross stitch, but you're not going to be able to read the text. And there is plenty of text in these books. Now, I bring this up also because I got some mail today, and it's another Renato Parolin book, because we all know, if you are a longtime follower of mine, Renato Parolin is my favorite designer as of right now. So this is a book that I was just randomly looking on. I think I found this on Amazon. And for some reason I was looking at Renato Parolin books on Amazon, and this one came up. Now, again, this one is not easily available in the US. It is in French, and it's mansions, and that's all I know what the rest of those. It's mansions. I know that word is mansions. But basically I can determine that it's mansions of France and Italy. But, and here is what the back cover looks like. So, and we all know I love architecture, so this was definitely right up my alley of books. There are a lot of great patterns in this. I did a quick look through today. I'm not going to do a flip through today, only because every single page has, one side is the pattern and one side is the model stitch. So I would have to cover up a whole lot. But here is an example of, I'll just cover one so you can see. This is called Palais du Kent, so the Palace of Kent. And there you can see what an example of a pattern is in this book. So they're all famous mansions. And I thought it was pretty cool. What was also pretty cool was I ordered this on Amazon. I did have to pay for shipping because it was not, I think I paid for shipping, but it shipped from 18 miles away from me. So I had this in like 2 days, which was pretty awesome. And it was a brand new book. However, this is not something that's readily available on Amazon. This comes from like people that sell on Amazon, but they don't ship through Amazon. So I thought this was a pretty cool find, and I couldn't pass this up. So Maison d'Issy and d'Allieurs. Enjoy that. So these are the 3 books I have of, and this, what's also great about this one is it's hardback. This is the first hardback book I've had of Renato Parolin, and let me see when this was published. So this was published in is there a published date? (2013). So this is an older book, 2013, hardback, really nice. We have Venice, or Venice, and this was, doesn't say. This one doesn't say. Oh well. And then we have the paperback books don't say when they were published. So these are the 3 books I have. So I highly recommend them all. I have not stitched anything out of this book yet, but definitely going to be something I stitch out of soon. So if you're interested, go check them all out. eBay, booksellers, independent booksellers, or maybe Amazon if you're lucky. So there you go. That's what I have for you today. Just something different. Again, I don't have any progress. I will have progress for you tomorrow. I have a stitching date tonight with a friend. So I will be stitching on probably my Long Dog Sampler, Le Jardin de Plaisir, only because it's fairly simple and easy to follow the pattern while I chat with my friend. So that's the plan for now. I'm going to go make supper. I have no idea what I'm going to make yet. Kind of not feeling like cooking at all. I might just run out to Panda Express real quick. It's a beautiful day here, almost 70 degrees. I have the windows open because it's so beautiful, getting some air in here for the plants and myself. And a little bit of humidity, not that it's much, but bringing the humidity up a little bit. And until I see you tomorrow, as always, enjoy your crafting, stitching, whatever it may be. And as always, don't forget to always be creative.